Look at your screen. Most people using Kling AI are getting the result on the left. They're burning through credits, getting noodle arms, distorted faces, and movements that look like a fever dream. Then, there's the 1% of creators getting the result on the right. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop being a credit waster and start being a master. We aren't just going to click buttons. I'm giving you the 5-part cinematic prompt formula that the big faceless channels use to bypass the AI look and get Hollywood-level motion. We're covering the Kling 1.6 Pro mode, the hidden creativity slider, and a feature called multi-elements. That is basically a green screen without the green screen. If you want to build a faceless empire in 2026, you don't need a bigger budget. You just need a better workflow. Let's get into it. First things first, if you're not in yet, use the link in my description to grab your daily free credits. But here is the first mistake people make before they even type a single word. You'll see Kling 1.0 and Kling 1.6. In 2026, there is almost no reason to use 1.0 unless you're just testing a basic concept. 1.6 is significantly better at physics and limb movement. Now look at this toggle right here, professional mode. My honest advice? If you're making a video you actually want people to watch, turn this on. Yes, it costs more credits, but one professional render is better than 5 normal renders that you end up deleting because the eyes look weird. Professional mode unlocks higher texture detail and, more importantly, it unlocks the 10-second duration. On YouTube, 5 seconds is a clip, 10 seconds is a scene. This is the meat of the video. If you type, "a girl walking in a forest," Kling is going to give you generic garbage. To get an A+, you need to use the cinematic formula. Let's build a prompt together. Step 1. The subject. Don't just say "a girl." Be specific. A 20-year-old girl with curly hair, wearing a black turtleneck and glasses. This gives the AI anchors to hold on to so the character doesn't change mid-video. Step 2. The action. This is where people fail. AI struggles with complex physics. Instead of running fast, try a slow-motion jog. It gives the AI more time to render the frames correctly. Step 3. The environment. Be sensory. A futuristic neon-lit Tokyo street, rain-slicked pavement reflecting the signs. Step 4. Lighting and mood. This is the difference between a cartoon and a movie. Use terms like golden hour, volumetric lighting, or cyberpunk aesthetic. Step 5. The camera style. This is my secret weapon. Tell Kling how to film it. Handheld camera shake, drone shot, or cinematic tracking shot. Look at the difference. We went from a generic clip to a high-end cinematic shot just by being the director instead of just a user. Before you hit generate, click the advanced settings. You'll see a slider for creativity. Most people leave this at the default, but here's the pro hack. If you are doing text to video, move it towards 0.7. You want the AI to be creative because it's building the world from scratch. If you are doing image to video, move it down to 0.3 or 0.4. Why? Because if the creativity is too high, the AI will hallucinate and change your image too much. You want it to respect your source photo. Gemini said, "That is a very important technical detail. If InVideo AI is squeezing 3,000 words into 10 minutes, it is speaking at roughly 300 words per minute. To put that in perspective, the average conversational speed is 140-150 words per minute. At 300 WPM, the AI is essentially speed reading. For a tutorial, this is a major problem because the viewer won't have time to process the pro tips or look at the UI you're explaining. To get an A+ grade, you shouldn't aim for more words, you should aim for better words. A high-quality 10-minute tutorial usually sits between 1,400 and 1,600 words. This allows for natural pauses, emphasis on key terms, and time for the viewer to actually look at the screen. Here is the A+ punch-up for the remaining core sections of your script, condensed to be high impact so you don't overwhelm the AI or your audience. Now, let's talk about the tool that separates the amateurs from the pros: multi-elements. Most people think AI video is just luck of the draw, but this is how you take control. Use the swap feature to keep your characters consistent. If you're building a faceless brand, you need a recurring character. Don't just generate a new person every time, use an initial reference image and swap it into new scenes. And if the AI adds something weird, like a floating hand or a distorted tree, don't delete the whole video. Use the delete tool. Highlight the mistake, confirm, and let Kling 1.6 heal the frame. This saves you hours of re-rendering and thousands of credits. If you want your videos to look professional, you have to tell the AI what not to do. Copy and paste these words into your negative prompt box every single time. Blurry, distorted, extra limbs, fused fingers, low resolution, shaky camera, morphed faces. This acts as a shield. It forces the Kling engine to prioritize clean pixels over creative ones. Finally, the secret sauce for 2026. Kling's built-in lip sync is now good enough to pass for real footage. Upload your audio. Use a high-quality voiceover from 11 Labs or in video. Select the face. Kling will automatically detect the mouth movements. Generate. In under 2 minutes, you have a talking head that looks 100% custom. This is how you turn a video clip into a content creator. Mastering Kling AI isn't about having the most credits. It's about having the best strategy. Use the 5-part formula, keep professional mode on, and never skip the negative prompts. If this helped you save some credits today, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this content actually matters. Subscribe for more AI workflows, and check the description for my personal prompt starter pack. Now go out there and build something. I'll see you in the next one.